good afternoon, wherever you're checking in. Welcome to another Menu Monday, or welcome if you're new. I do 4 new recipes every Monday. Today is no different. I hope you enjoyed the new intro. I figured now it's fall, I'll throw in what I've done outside. Anyway, moving on, I have 4 new recipes for you. Now, I have done a Tuscan chicken before. This one was called Tuscan garlic chicken thighs. But the Tuscan chicken I did before was done in the Instant Pot. These are all Crock Pot recipes, so it has been changed. All the ingredients are different, so it's a totally new recipe. Also, I just want to say to anybody that's new here, I use my slow cooker insert on my stove. It's made to do that, but if you have one that is not supposed to be used on the stove top, just use a frying pan. I've done that for years, just to sear or saute or whatever you need to do. But yes, the one I have is made so that you can use that on the stove top and also in the oven. My oven's not big enough because I'm in an RV, but if you have a full-size oven, you can use it to put in the oven, maybe broil it at the end. So it is very versatile. I will have a link to that slow cooker on my website, and that will be along with all the directions and ingredients for today's recipes. That link will be in the comment box below. So let's get cooking. Alright, so for our garlic chicken thighs, the first thing we're going to do is put some oil, or you can use butter, in a medium saucepan over medium heat. And then we're going to add the garlic. I'm going to saute this for about a minute or until fragrant. Now we're going to add our chicken broth and our cream. And then we're going to bring that to a gentle simmer, and then set that heat to low and simmer for about 10 minutes, and the sauce will thicken up. While that's doing that, I'm going to put the chicken thighs at the bottom of the crock pot and then season them with the Italian seasoning, crushed red chili pepper flakes, some salt, and black pepper. And then on top of that, we're going to put our sun-dried tomatoes. Now our sauce is thickened, we're going to whisk in the Parmesan cheese, just a little at a time. Now I use grated Parmesan. I'm just checking, but yeah, that's what it called for, but it was very, very rich. I would suggest, and I think next time I make this, I'll do shredded. I find it a little creamier and less rich. So just a suggestion, but it was very, very good. We're now going to put the sauce on top of the chicken. It says to make sure you get them covered. So I used a spoon and took my time making sure that the sauce laid on top of each thigh. You can cook this for 3 to 4 hours on high or 6 to 8 hours on low. When the cooking time is over, you want to remove your chicken thighs from the crock pot and set those aside. point you want to put your crock pot on high if it's not already there, and then you're going to add your spinach. Now I did take the stems off, I'm not keen on those, and then just stir until the spinach wilts. We served ours on rice, and like I said, it was really, really good and different too, so that was nice. You could serve it on pasta noodles, cauliflower rice, zucchini noodles, whichever you prefer. The bacon and beef chili is so simple, so good. It said add everything to the slow cooker and stir, so those are your directions. Now the ground beef and the bacon had to be cooked, so I started with the bacon. Again, I used my insert on the stove. If you have the Green Life cooker, you can do that. If not, just use the frying pan. So we'll get started with the bacon, then the beef, and then we'll add everything else to the crock pot. And while that was cooking, I went ahead and diced up everything that needed dicing. And now the hamburger is cooked, I've gone ahead and drained that, and I'm just going to add everything in here. All the ingredients are going to be at the end of this clip and on the website rvlifeintheusa.com, and that's where you'll find your directions also. The link to the website is going to be in the description box below.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air.
I recently had a bunch of leftover celery, and I decided to chop it up and put it in the freezer so it wouldn't go bad. It's come in super handy for all these recipes, so I'm definitely going to do that with what I have left over for this week.
Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright.
This is what it looked like before I put the lid on. You cook this on low for 8 hours. It made the house smell wonderful. Then you just got to take the bay leaf out, ready to serve. I made some cheddar biscuits to go on the side, which was perfect, and a little cheese on top. This is definitely going back on our rotation. We both loved it. Shrimp Creole, I am a fan. Big Daddy and I love this one too. I've not done it before at all, not in the crock pot, so I suggest trying this one for sure if you like seafood, especially shrimp. First thing we're going to do is cook our peppers, onions, and celery. I'm going to do mine in the crock pot insert. If you're able to do that, or if not, just use a frying pan. just going to put a little olive oil in here and cook the vegetables until they're softened. And at that point we can then add the chili powder and saute it until they're all caramelized. Alright, once they're all done, you put everything into the crock pot. Now we're going to add the tomatoes, tomato sauce, hot sauce, Worcestershire sauce, a little white sugar, some salt and pepper. And then we're going to cook this for 3 hours, and that's on high. And then you put the shrimp in. It says for about 3 minutes, but mine took about 15. Now I had turned my crock pot down because Big Daddy wasn't home and I wanted to wait for him to get there to put the shrimp in, so that may have been why it took longer, but just make sure your shrimp is cooked. It was absolutely delicious, and we are definitely going to be putting this on a rotation too. I served mine with white rice. Okay, so for our corn chicken casserole, when I first looked at the ingredients on this, I was thinking, it looks simple. I'm not sure how it'll turn out, but we gave it a try anyway. So the first thing we did was put the chicken into the crock pot. It didn't say to add salt and pepper, but I like to season my chicken, and then I added the onions on top. Then in a bowl, we're going to stir our soup and our stock, and then pour that over the chicken, and this cooks on low for 8 hours. You could put it on high, probably for 3 it would be done in my crock pot. Everybody knows their own. My chicken was done in about 5 hours on low. Once it's done, it says to remove the chicken and shred with 2 forks, but I just used my little masher here. It was just as easy. And then to add the rice, which I had cooked when it was almost done, and then some cheese and the corn. And then you just mix that up. I have to say, this was really good. It surprised me with the simplicity of the ingredients, but we both enjoyed it. Again, I made some cheddar biscuits to go along with it. Definitely give it a try. It was really, really easy. There we go, and I'll have your ingredients here. Well, I hope y'all like this week's meals in the crock pot now that it's full. I'm going to be doing some more, so I should have some coming up soon. And I want to wish everybody happy fall, and I'll see you next Monday for another Menu Monday. And if you made it to the end, please leave me a bonfire emoji. Thanks, guys. Love you.